In the complex tapestry of life, our emotional well-being is profoundly influenced by the energies we engage with. Research has shown that people can be affected by the energy of others, and that emotions can be contagious. A study published in the journal Psychological Science found that participants who were exposed to others displaying positive emotions showed an improvement in their mood. Group dynamics research indicates that people's emotions and behavior can be influenced by the overall mood and energy of a group. This is often observed in situations like sports events, concerts, or even workplace settings, where the collective energy of the group can impact individuals' feelings and behaviors. So energy contagion is definitely real. Your emotional and physical well-being is intricately tied to the energies you have around you, so it's important to safeguard yourself at this level. Energetic boundaries are the invisible lines that we draw around ourselves to protect our energy from being drained or contaminated by others. When our energy boundaries are strong, we feel safe, grounded, and centered. We're able to maintain our own sense of identity and perspective, even in the face of challenges. We're better able to protect ourselves from negative energy, such as anger, fear, and resentment. Healthy energy boundaries also enable us to strike a harmonious balance between giving and receiving. On the other hand, when our energy boundaries are weak, we're more vulnerable to being drained or manipulated by others. We may feel easily overwhelmed, stressed, or anxious. We may also find ourselves taking on the emotions and problems of others, or energetically projecting our own negative feelings onto others. Understanding the significance of energy boundaries becomes vital for living a life where you aren't constantly distracted or depleted by what's happening outside of you. When we are intentional about the energies we engage with, we regain control over our emotional responses and choices. This empowerment enables us to navigate challenges more effectively and make decisions aligned with our well-being. So how do we set energy boundaries? In today's video, I am going to explain to you how to conduct an energy audit so that you can become more conscious of where you need to create barriers in your life and how to do this. At the heart of the process lies the capacity to discern and manage the energies that impact you on a daily basis. These energies can come from various sources such as activities, interactions, and environments. So let's begin by categorizing energy sources. The first step is to become conscious of them. Let's start with the positive ones. These are the pillars of your emotional well-being. They uplift, inspire, and energize you, creating a foundation for positivity. Jot down activities that ignite your passion, creativity, and joy. These could range from hobbies to experiences that give you a great sense of enjoyment, peace, or fulfillment. Next, identify individuals who radiate positivity and offer unwavering support. These are the people who uplift your spirits and inspire personal growth, the people you trust and can let your guard down with. Now, observe and note down the activities, situations, and people that consistently drain your energy. These are the aspects that deplete your emotional reserves and hinder your journey to balance. List activities that consistently drain your energy and enthusiasm. Recognize tasks that feel like burdens rather than opportunities. Identify stressful or toxic situations that leave you emotionally depleted. These may include environments that induce negativity. This includes media consumption. Become conscious of your emotions and body responses when you're watching videos or engaging in social media. And finally, acknowledge relationships that sap your energy and bring about emotional turmoil. These are individuals who don't contribute positively to your well-being. By mapping out these energy sources and your emotional responses, you can identify when your energy boundaries are being tested. These insights will enable you to start setting boundaries. The concept is quite simple, really. Prioritize positive energy sources and minimize interactions with energy drains. Approach energy drains strategically or seek ways to minimize their impact. Now that you understand the categories of energies and their impact, you can employ strategies to set and maintain your energy boundaries. As external energies attempt to sway your emotions, practice detachment. Observe their influence without letting them dictate your emotional state. Mindfulness and meditation can help greatly with this. Inevitably, you'll need to communicate with others who might be energy drainers. This can be tricky if you respond in a defensive or aggressive manner. One of the ways to get around this is to practice the principles of non-violent communication. The first step is to stay in touch with your feelings and to use words that describe your emotions accurately. Recognizing and sharing emotions helps create understanding and empathy in communication. Human needs are universal and fundamental. It's important to recognize both your own needs and the needs of others. When you see the perspective of others, it helps you to understand the motivations behind actions and contributes to a deeper level of understanding. When communicating with others in potentially negative situations, frame your communications as requests rather than demands. Requests are clear, specific, and actionable statements that reflect your needs. They invite cooperation and are open to negotiation rather than imposing or controlling. Aim to express yourself authentically and honestly. At the same time, practice empathic communication by actively listening to others without judgment. Understand their feelings and needs, and communicate back what has been heard. Aim to move away from blame and criticism and toward genuine connection. When we live off default patterns, we are living an unconscious life. By using these approaches and techniques, you can start to create stability and balance in your life, and at the same time develop a richer understanding of your own needs. You'll become more attuned to the energies that shape your emotional landscape. By setting intentional boundaries, you empower yourself to become more conscious of appropriate people and situations that align with your own energies and emotional needs. A technique I use when I feel unsafe or unbalanced is to take a few deep, slow breaths and imagine that I have a protective white pyramid of light that surrounds me. This practice has really helped me to reprogram my brain to develop trust. I had a situation once with a friend who I fell out with. This was mainly my fault for judging her for views that I found offensive, and she was really angry about it for a long time. She sent me some pretty vicious texts, and it was obvious that she felt very hurt by my negative response to her. One day, I went to visit a mutual friend and she dropped by shortly after I arrived. Her energy was really hostile. She didn't look me in the eye or address me directly. At one point, she quoted a line from one of Eminem's songs that was about wanting to kill someone. I knew that this was directed at me. I took a moment to take this in and made a decision to bring out the big guns. I moved my consciousness to my heart area, and I imagined that I was beaming out a stream of love towards her. The effect was borderline shocking. I saw her visibly relax, and her energy changed. She even smiled at me and began to include me in the conversation. Once the energy had settled down a bit, I decided to leave because I had to process my own feelings, and I wanted to do that in private. We eventually became friends again, and this secret energy experiment seemed to prove to me that we really are all fundamentally energetic beings. Sending love to her worked far more immediately and efficiently than trying to reason or apologize or justify. I hope that this information has been useful for you and that you can now begin to understand how to constructively protect and project your own energies going forward. In the next video, we're going to talk about the choice principle, and I'll take you through a great exercise called choice mapping that you can use to help you make intuitive, wise decisions in your life. Until then, take care of yourself.